A word on emotion. Very famous quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Just think about that. Think how important that quote is. Why is that so important? Because your why, your compelling reasons are going to pave your way. You're going to somehow need to generate some enthusiasm for doing those push-ups and eating those veggies. Doesn't sound like an exciting prospect, does it? But it is definitely possible. How do we do this? Well, I want you to bear in mind that what you need to do is just look at the same thing differently. You're going to need to change your perspective on health and fitness, okay? You're going to find a way to get motivated when you don't feel 100%. Here's an example. Okay, how to work out when you just don't feel like it in 3 steps. I use this on myself and I use it on my personal training clients all the time. I've done it for years and it works really, really well. Number 1, step 1, vent and turn up. That means, when I say turn up, I mean just put your jogging pants on and turn up in your front room, in your living room where you're going to do your workout, or in the hotel room where you are and you're working out. I don't care, you just let it out. I'm overworked, I'm underpaid, I had a horrible day, the kids have drove me crazy, I'm under too much stress, my boss hates me, I hate my boss. Just turn up and let it all out, okay? That's the very first thing to do. Don't bottle it up. Step 2, ease yourself into the workout. Now, what do I mean by that? I just mean getting the ball rolling. Do something easy. Do a champion exercise. By that I mean do something an exercise that you quite like to do, okay? Or if you hate all exercises, do something that you don't hate quite as much as another exercise, okay? Just start something. You just look at yourself working out. If somebody was to look at you doing your workout, doing your first exercise, they will just see somebody working out, and that is exactly what you're doing. If you were to look at yourself from outside, you would see somebody working out, and that's all I ask you to do. The third thing is relax. It's okay. You don't have to be 100% all the time. It's impossible to be 100% all of the time. Okay, nobody is a machine like that. I suggest you decide on your effort level. You say to yourself, well, maybe I can't be perfect today. I can't give you 100%, but I can give you 60%. Now, let's quantify that more. Let's say you would normally do 10 repetitions of an exercise in a 30-second space of time. Maybe you say, today I'm just gonna do 6, and that's okay. If you follow these 3 steps, you will be light years ahead of 90% of people, because they don't even show up. They don't even vent and turn up. All they do is vent. And they just live a life fuming where they're just frustrated and not getting their results. So if you do this, what will your results be? Look at this list. You will feel better. You will have more energy. You will increase your self-esteem. This is wonderful stuff. You will become mentally stronger, and you will have increased your momentum. Momentum is crucial, because if you have momentum, you will start to see results. If you start to see results, you're encouraged to continue. Then you can pat yourself on the back all day long. This 3-step formula works like a treat. Try it the next time that you feel a little lousy and you don't think you can get a workout done. It's really simple. Here are those 3 steps again. Number 1, vent and turn up. Number 2, ease yourself into the workout. And the third one is to realize that it's okay not to be 100%. That's it. Here we are, exercise number 2, your before and after state recognition. I want you to wait until you don't feel like working out, which might be today, might be tomorrow, okay? But whenever it is, I want you to note what I call your before mindset. What do you see, feel, and hear when you don't feel like it, okay? And just make a note of that. Then I want you to follow those 3 steps, vent and turn up, ease yourself into the workout, and make it okay not to be 100% today. After that, after you've done your workout, I want you to note your after mindset. What do you see, feel, and hear then? It's very, very interesting. Please follow this. I really like this. I have a lot of positive results from people when they do this. And as I said, I have to wait, or you have to wait until you don't feel like working out in order to do this exercise. And as I said, that might be today, might be tomorrow, but please do it. So from causes to effects to more causes, what will you be doing when you do this? Well, your initial cause is just venting. All right, so you just vent, you just turn up, and then you ease yourself into the workout and you allow yourself for it not to be the best workout ever. That will create higher self-esteem. Now, if you have more self-esteem, that means you are mentally stronger than you were before. You're mentally stronger than those people that don't even turn up. If that's the case, then you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel good about what you got through. You got over a hump that most people aren't able to do, and that will mean that you'll want to repeat it. That creates a beautiful, virtuous circle. That is what creates a winner. You can create a winner from within just from this technique. It's very, very simple, very easy. So your thoughts are the cause. That is your starting process. It's your thoughts that made you a winner. You didn't just dive in and try and work out. Your thoughts are what created this pattern of behavior for you to become successful. That's what makes you a winner. Here's the third and final exercise in this first chapter. Exercise 3, surveying healthy people. I want you to ask a handful of people, maybe 5 people, okay? And I want you to ask them a few questions. I want you to make sure that they are fit and healthy for sure, and kind of inspirational, people that you would look up to. Typical questions to ask them would be like, how are you able to consistently work out? How often do you train per week? What are your eating patterns like? What drives you and what obstacles do you face? How do you get over these obstacles? Okay, ask them these questions and just list them. Just neutrally observe what it is that they give you. List the common threads and notice the mentalities. That's what you're going to do with your answers. Now, when you've done that, you may well realize that keeping in shape is more about our mental state than our physical ability. Often people say, oh, that person's always been in shape, they're so lucky, blah, blah, blah. Could be the case, but I can almost guarantee if they're in shape, there's an element of some steel in their mind that says, I'm going to keep in shape. There's some kind of rudder that is positioned so that they want to keep in shape. Something is driving them. Now, your job is just to list the common threads and notice the mentalities of these groups of people. So, how odd are you? We're finally going to discover what on earth am I on about. I want you to give yourself a mark out of 10 for each of these 3 questions. How open are you to new ideas of taking care of your health? The first O obviously stands for open. Just want you to give yourself a subjective grade, okay? Second question, how decisive am I? Out of 10. And the third one, how strong is my desire? Check your compelling reasons for that. So you give yourself a grade out of 10 for all 3 of those questions. So press pause, don't stop, just press pause and then join me on the other side. Now, your score, I want you to be honest here. It's very important that you're honest with yourself. Ideally, I could say maybe 21 out of 30 is ideal. If you got less than 21 out of 30, go jump out of a window. It's over. There's no hope for you. No, of course not. For any score less than 7, think, what could compel me to make a change right now? Okay, so this is what you do if your score is less than 21 out of 30. To become more open, I would suggest don't prejudge any of the material that you see here that I'm presenting to you. Just let it flow over you like water off of a duck's back. If you want to become more decisive, just think, what am I waiting for before I take care of my physical health? Maybe there's something legitimate before you do, but typically, I mean, if you're really busy working or you are traveling all over the place or you have children to look after, doesn't matter what it is. Typically, if you want to take care of these things that you love, you need to take care of yourself first. You have to go within first if you're going to give. Okay, so think about that. Do I want to let my physical health get more and more out of shape? If you do, unfortunately, you might be in a position where you're not able to do those things and give to what it is that you love. So that's one way that you can become more decisive. If you want stronger desire, just look at those compelling reasons that you did in the first exercise. Now, if they're not compelling enough, go back and go and make it more compelling. Use positive and negative inputs. Okay? So that's the exercise that I want you to do. I want you to realize how you can improve your score above 21 out of 30. Become more open, become more decisive, and increase your desire if necessary. So if you need to improve your score, I want you to definitely make note of any changes, because that can be the difference to tip you over the edge. Okay, because I really want you to win here. So your starting point, just to recap, position A, between the ears, that's what you've just done. You've just discovered how odd you are, okay? Secondly, the fitness test, the getting sweaty fitness test. Make sure that you choose a level, whether it be newbie, challenger, or boss, and you get a list of numbers for your fitness test. And finally, for the food matters section, I want you to begin your food diary, so you can just stare at what it is that you're sticking in your mouth each week. What are you eating and drinking? So the next step is control. We're going to look at how we can use our mind to work for us. Very important. We need to understand some basic operations of our conscious mind, basic operations of our subconscious mind, and how we can tie the two together. Vital step. Join me for that. See you on the other side.